ANC First Secretary General Nomvula Mokonyane says South Africa will continue to support the struggle of Palestinians. Mokonyane took part in a media briefing to launch a week for Palestine, which kicks off on May the 1st.
We do believe in diplomatic engagement using the channels that are appropriate in terms of country-to-country relations, as well as around the trade agreements. So far, we are ready to engage the United States of America. Remember, we have never pronounced that we are anti-America. What we are anti is we are anti-imperialism, we are anti a nation that wants to assume being a superpower over many other nations. But we also recognize that this is a reawakening for us to diversify, for us to put our national interests together, and most importantly, to even help them to understand the South African cause. Redress is not racism. Redress is not a genocide. Redress is not undermining of any South Africa, and redress is not anti-white. Redress is about building a new nation where there's equality, where there's fairness, where there's just, and most importantly, where there's beneficiation, particularly by those who have been historically disenfranchised.
Ma'am, obviously, before we let you go, as a high-ranking member of the ANC, I'm sure you must have been monitoring as well. A very heinous crime, the killing of the police officers, the discovery of the mortal remains in a river. I would imagine this is really sending shockwaves across the country.
Not only across the country, but worldwide. What has happened and presented by the National Commissioner, we first have to convey our condolences to the South African Police Services community and to the families that have lost their loved ones, and the young people who had actually offered their service to this country. Whatever that has led to their death, it must be properly investigated and justice must be found. Not forgetting also the atrocious acts of gender-based violence and femicide in our country. Those are some of the things that we definitely have to look at. We need to make sure that with what has happened to the young police officers, we find justice, and we help the families to find closure, but we also look at how best to resource police officers so that then they can be in a position to travel in marked vehicles that are seen to be police vehicles, because that might have also been a preventative kind of a measure against whoever who acted in the manner that it is alleged could have happened.
All right, ma'am, thank you so much indeed for your time. Of course, that's the ANC's first Deputy Secretary General, Ms. Mokonyane, really talking about the significance of this week. As you know, this is all about solidarity with the people of Palestine. Kylie Kumala, SABC News.